Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see here. That's the question for the night. That's the question for the night. Who's answering? Who's in the house? Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Peace on this blessed Sabbath day. What's going on, Saints? Y'all all right? Let me know something. Let me know something. Karatazar in the house. Shalom, Mike. Shalom to Namawan the fam. What's good? What's good with y'all? Y'all all right? Shalak, what's happening tonight? Shalom, shalom. Do I gotta go outside and check the doormat? Hold on. Y'all might make me go back and check the door. Let's see here. Hopefully everybody's well this evening. You know what it is, late night hype. Friday night lights. All right, all right. And I know my people got some good etiquette, man. Y'all was raised right. All right, calm down over there. Got me playing in the background. All right. Just check a couple more things and we're gonna get busy. All right. All right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, Karajas out. They coming fast and furious, man. They coming fast and furious. This the Wiz, Shalom, Mama Bear. Welcome. Glad you wiped your feet. All praises to the Most High. Shalom to the fam up in the Pacific Northwest. Uziel and Malachi Shalom. What's up, y'all? Hey, Ramla Shalom, Mike. My good brother Keith. What's good, brother? Shalom, shalom. All right, fam. You know what time it is. It's DSTM time. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't do that. Don't do that. We've reached episode 98. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, man. We're going to hit that 100-yard dash come next week. Lord willing. Lord willing. We're going to blow this thing open. All right. All praises, man. Hopefully everybody's good on the Shabbat. Y'all are well. Another week of hell. Glad to see everybody made it in safely. Hey, shalom, huh, y'all? What's going on, my sister? What's going on? Feel like it's been a minute. I know I've been shaking and moving out of town, but I'm back, boots on the ground, all praises. But without further ado, anybody else who's sliding in, slide on in and play catch up. But as long as everybody don't wipe their feet, I'm good. Let's see here. Let me start this thing up. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me get rid of this thing. All right. Rana Yah, shalom, sis. What's going on? I pray all is well with you and the fam. I know you wiped your feet, sis. You was raised right. You was raised right. You know. Y'all know the rules. All right, all right. So let's see where we at. Let's see what's going on in this damn hellhole that we call the world is looking like. All right, let me share my screen. Let's get to it. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. So you know where we starting. You know where we starting. The headlines couldn't be more blatant, couldn't be more obvious, couldn't be more telling at the times that we're living in. This is seeming to be more common than not. When these particular these headlines is making mainstream news, and they're putting these things out here. You got to know we're in the last days, man. Don't get it twisted. Don't think you're gonna prolong the time. Don't be thinking, oh, I still got time to fulfill my life's goals. I mean, if you look and see what's happening, man, in the earth alone, it's mind blowing when you're really looking at what's happening. I still marvel looking at the damn gas prices, and it's not going down, despite what Slow Biden and the rest of his fork tongue demon hordes are talking about. Despite the sanctions and everything else, I mean, you putting in gas and it's not making a dent. $20 ain't jack. You fill in the blank. Ain't nothing in most tanks now. Food prices, everything's going up. We're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna talk about it all, man. So look, when you see these particular headlines, man, you already know what time it is. World War III could be unleashed soon. I mean, you've got President Zelensky saying it. You've got Slow Biden saying it. You've got Putin saying it. You've got all the mainstream media, talking head, mockingbird, media, all saying it now. And they're all saying unleash soon. I mean, so how much time do we think that we got to be playing games and trying to figure out which side of the fence we're going to stand on when it comes down to fearing the Lord and keeping his commandments? When it comes down to actually doing the work that is going to take to awaken the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man, that's still struggling out there, zombified, and their drunken stupors out there. I mean, how much more time do we think we got to play with? I know we like to tiptoe around and be thinking, oh, maybe I got a little bit. It ain't too bad yet. Well, listen, if you wait until it gets really like hellish, it's too late. You don't get engulfed in them flames. They're talking about World War III could be unleashed soon, and it'll be nuclear. That's the Russian state TV is putting this out there. They're forewarning their people, man. They already, China done already told their people, man, start stacking up, start hoarding. Russia done told their people the same thing. All the elites, man, the sales of the damn bunkers and everything else is going up out off the roof, off the charts, man. Hold on, let me see. The damn heathen thinking they getting away. They got one. I think I told y'all about that. This one cat, man. He got. Uh, I think he's in Kansas or somewhere like that. 12 stories underground. I mean, these cats got swimming pools, dog parks, a damn grocery store. Um, all the inside of uh, uh, uh units look like damn condos. New York City highlight condos. They've got these damn hologram windows that you can look outside, and it changes with the season. So now that we're in the springtime right now. The hologram windows are going to show all the greenery coming up. They're going to actually show it like it's a bib. I mean, these damn heathens out of damn control. Oh, these are YouTube videos. Multi-million dollar doomsday bunkers. See, and then the scriptures even tell you in Revelation 9, they're going to get dug up out of there. I think it's 9 and 16. Uh, 9 and did I say 9? Oh, Shalaki. Revelation 6. Shucks. I'm all off balance, y'all. Give me a minute. Revelation 6. There we go. See, look at this. Revelation 6 and 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. I mean, if anybody lets anybody believes that the Bible is a joke written by man, a so-called white man or whatever, you Old Testament only Negroites or whatever the hell you into that discount the New Testament, you've got to be a goddamn fool. We're reading about we're reading about a real prophecy going on when these seals are unleashed and hell is on earth. The kings of the earth, great men, rich men, they're going to take their servants in there with them because you know damn well they're not cleaning house after themselves. They're going to make sure Mammy and Fiddler is coming down there with them to maintain home, right? Hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks, and said to the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. They all know that the end times is here. They know that the punishments is going to be inflicted upon them. They know that the end of Babylon as we know it and spiritual Sodom as we know it is going to be destroyed. America's on the brink of being a sunken ship. I mean, holes is all in this damn place. Water's leaking in. You know, the alarms is going off. Mayday, mayday. We're going down. And they're saying, get business is booming. I sell multi-million dollar doomsday bunkers, and Russia's nuke threat is fueling a huge spike in demand. All the rich men, they're running off. Look, Gary Lynch, the general manager of Texas-based Rising S Company, told The Sun that the demand for its survival shelters has soared more than 1,000% since Thursday, the day Russian troops entered into Ukraine. Look at the inside. This is nicer than most Jake's houses and apartments. And they want the rocks to fall on them. Look, here go the rocks. They're buried underneath of there, begging to get out of here. Typically, I sell between 2 and 6 shelters a month, and usually winter is quiet time for us. But I sold 5 units alone on Thursday, and I've sold 2 more already today. There's no telling how many more orders we'll get. 70,000 to 240 grand. They dropping it. They're worried about nuclear threats, catastrophic natural disasters. I mean, you know, the damn heathen think they kingdom is going to continue on forever. That's in Psalms. It's in Psalms. Where is it at? Psalms. No, it's there. And with the see, this is their inward thought. This is what a so-called white man thinks. He thinks that his reign of wickedness and abominations and debauchery and satanic influence and occultic practices is going to continue on forever. Psalms 49:11. The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. They think if they bury themselves 12 stories underground, they're going to rise up after the smoke clears and repopulate the earth with their rotten seed. The Most High already said, man, they seed is spoiled already. So there is not going to be no repopulating the earth with the white seed. I mean, that's out of here. The seed is already spoiled rotten. So if they're already thinking in their mind, okay, well, we're going to use in vitro. We're going to get these, make sure that mammy's down here and these little coon sisters that's out here trying to get a little sugar daddy, one white zaddy to take care of them. Y'all know him. You seen the sister that got put to death over there in Boston, or was it Connecticut? Said that she was found as an overdose or was accidental, and the Edomite that she was with walks free. Nobody's even asking them anything, you know. So they figured, but let me get a couple of let me get Maria down here. Let me get Shaniqua down here, so I can continue on with my seed. You know, that's the servants. And the lowly man that's gonna be able to go down there, and snatch and grab a couple of these sisters down there, that so that hopefully they can try to continue on their seed, because their seed is spoiled, rotten. Thus saith the Lord. The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Thus, you know, Amerigo Vespucci. Thus, Leo Scipio Africanus. Thus, we get all of the particular names, New England and everything else. Every so often they throw niggas a bone. Or we got Obama Avenue now. In every hood where you gonna find Negroes and Hispanics, there's Martin Luther King Boulevard. They'll throw us a little bone like that. I mean, they've got Babylon is one of the names of the damn. I forgot what state that is. Babylon. Is it New Jersey, New York, Babylon, Pennsylvania, Babylon? What city is it? Anybody know in the chat? Let me know. I forgot. Let me check the chat. Who knows? Anybody know? I'm double checking. Let me double back. Ashar, hey, Shalom, what's up, Ike? Shalom, good brother. Shaq in the house. What's up, Ike? All right. Man, I can't remember the damn shit. Now I'm stuck. And I ain't gonna stop until I remember. What dang shit? Is it New York? Hold on. Okay. There is a Babylon, New York. Okay, I'm not tripping. Hello. I mean, that just shows you, man, the mentality of the so-called white man, the manifest destiny mind frame that he has. Wherever he lays his hat is his home. He's slapping his name on it. He's gonna change the faces of the names, the judges, the people. He's gonna hijack the culture. He's gonna, rob the history. He's gonna rearrange every damn thing. He's moving in his furniture into your house. They call their lands after their own names. Okay, so they're all trying to run and all trying to hunker down and bunker up for this, the inevitable. The inevitable. Matter of fact, the scriptures tell you, man, that this place is going down um with violence. Look at this. Revelation 18, verse 21. I'm gonna start at verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her. See, that's what we're all sitting on this live right now for. This is what we all have taken our naps for, so that we can make sure that we're ready and prepared to get this good news. Because we're talking about a time of rejoicing. When we start seeing all of these particular prophecies come to pass, when we start really respecting the word of the Lord and seeing exactly how he's going to play this whole thing out, he's the master chess player, man. He's playing everybody. All the pieces are in place for the game to be continued and finished out. Shaq, you know about that. You quite the chess player yourself. Rejoice over her. Over her. Over who? The downfall of America. The daughter of Babylon. That's who was talking about. Because it's going down. Thou heaven and all ye holy apostles and prophets, man. The prophets in the holy apostles of old and those of today are all going to be rejoicing, and we're rejoicing because the Most High is going to have vengeance on this place. All of the bloodshed, all of the kidnapping, all of the broken covenants, all of the lies, all of the death, all of the medical experimentations, all of the stolen lands, all of the last hire first fired, all of the systematic racism, all of the hunting down and being shot by the police, all of the lynchings, all of the dog sicked on us, All of the damn water hoses blasted on us. The Lord said, man, vengeance is his. And once we see it, which we're seeing the collapse of this place slowly but surely, the Lord said it's going to be a time of rejoicing. Verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. I mean, you're going to see complete uprisings in this place, man. Wars, rumors of wars ain't the beginning of it. You're talking about civil wars going on, race wars going on, famine, death, pestilence. I mean, biological warfare is going to be unleashed. Zombie, who knows? I always joke around with my brother Aladad, and we always talk, the anticipation of a zombie apocalypse. I mean, listen, don't think it's that crazy when the military is running drills for waiting for a zombie apocalypse. No, I don't spelled that wrong, but it's there. U.S. military actually made a zombie apocalypse training manual. Oh, it's true. It's true. And then you said, well, how they gonna do that? Well, listen, if y'all remember that my thinking is, if you remember that drug, bath salts, you remember that? Let me see. Hopefully, this ain't a whole little
Story out
clip.
front tonight. Drugs known as bath salts being blamed for a gruesome scene in Miami. This is a naked man. He was shot dead on Saturday by police because he was gnawing off another man's face.
Oh, hold on. Y'all just ride with me on this. We're moving in the spirit. We're moving in the spirit. I know there's more articles to get to. We're gonna get back to the PowerPoint. All that. I'm riding in the spirit, man. Y'all with me? Or did y'all go back to sleep? Or you riding with me? Hopefully you ride with me. All right. So we talking about the potential. We talking about everything that this place being overtaken by violence, man. America's gonna get overthrown with violence, and then getting into the topic of, well, all the different aspects of violence that could take place. Now we've got here the bath salts incident a few years ago down in Miami. Now let me play this.
Obviously, that sound dead on Saturday by police because he was gnawing off another man's face. Obviously, that sounds horrific, and it is. I want to warn you that the pictures we're about to show you are very disturbing. 31-year-old Rudy Eugene was described to be in a zombie-like state when he was caught by police. Armando Aguilar, president of the Miami Fraternal Order of Police, suspects Eugene was under the influence of so-called bath salts, which are sold as cocaine substitutes or synthetic LSD. When he was found, what he had done to this man's face, victim was 65 years old, truly horrific. Apparently, all that's left is his goatee. His eyeballs were gone, his face. It is unbelievable. Dr. Charles Sophie is a psychiatrist at the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, and he's out front now. Dr. Sophie, have you ever heard of anything like this? I mean, it's awful to even talk about some of the things I just said that this man did to his victim's face.
Absolutely.
So you see that one. So the bath salts had him turned out, chewing off a guy's face, right? And they said it's a cocaine variant. And if you notice, man, just look here. Here go the one I want to see. Watch this one. Now I'm gonna get to my point of how this could happen. This is my theory. Theory, okay? Don't hold me to the flames and be like, he said it's gonna be a zombie. He's believing in zombie. It's just a theory. Relax. But we see evidences of how this drug really has people acting a damn fool and actually resorting to cannibalism. Also, if you haven't noticed, you got to wonder what's going on with all these random attacks on people, man. People getting kicked down the stairs. People just running up and smacking people in the face with dog shit. for no reason. People socking out the police randomly for no reason. Pushing people in front off of the train, off of the stoops where the trains go. Damn near pushing people off of buses. I mean, what are these random acts of violence for? What's in these people's minds? What type of possession is in these people that's just causing them to just act out? Look at this guy. This is one of my favorites.
Where this took place, there are currently no video that I came across on Facebook today. So I'm not sure where this took place. There are currently no articles or news anywhere of this happening. That leads me to believe that the person who posted the video...
Look at them. They laid out dead right now. I mean, you see them all in the streets of New York, San Francisco, zombied out, struck in, suspended animation poses, high out of their minds. Look at these two cats, man, laid out.
might be the person that filmed it, and from what their Facebook profile says, this is Kentucky. The video starts out with two black males passed out in front of both entrances to a convenience store. From how they're passed out and how this video goes down, I'm going to go ahead and assume that they're probably on some kind of synthetic drug, like Flocka or some of that dumb shit. Of course, in a man down call, please come in with EMS to make sure everything's okay. Two officers arrive on scene, they sit the man up, the man tries to stand up, they try to help him up, and then this happens.
Yeah, now he's getting ready. He wants to bite.
Everyone batten down the hatches, sharpen your katanas, and get your crossbows out. The zombie apocalypse is upon us. Again, don't smoke that synthetic shit, kids. Two simultaneous taser shots later, the man's face goes right through the window. But it's not over yet. As they continue to tase him and try to stun him, he continues to fight and even grabs one of the officer's legs and tries to take a chunk out of it.
He ran into the damn glass. He ain't done. Look at him. He's still squirming. He's still going. He done ran face first into the glass, and he's trying to bite these cats. Damn weak-ass cops, man. They can't do shit. Let me calm down with the language. It's Friday Night Lights, man. Are the kids away? All right. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point, right? Okay. So, how do I perceive this happening? You've got this particular drug. Said it's like cocaine, right? So, however, these cats snorting it, smoking it, who knows? If Esau was to create that as an aerosol, chemtrails, if he was to create a biological warfare weapon like that, where he sprays this in the air and it's inhaled on a regular basis, maybe only takes a couple of doses, and that changes everybody's mental mind frame. That gets everybody out here bugging out. Let alone, dare I say, the connection with the 5G and the phones and the nanobots in okay. Hold on. What do they call them? That was nano. So this is just what we're talking about. Nanoparticles, any of numerous microscopic particles, especially a single molecule, such as a Buckminster fullerene with dimensions in the nanometer range. So Esau's got nanobot. just in case y'all understand where I'm coming from. MIT created a nanobot spray that gives dumb objects. What does it say? Each nanoscale sensor in the aerosol spray contains two parts. The first is a colloid, an extremely tiny, insoluble particle or molecule. Colloids are so small, in fact, that they can remain suspended in a liquid or the air indefinitely. The force of particles colliding around them is stronger than the force of gravity attempting to pull them down. So these things stay in the air. All he needs to do is just spray this. Spray some of that damn bath salts in the air. And next thing you know, you got Jakes losing their damn minds. Losing their minds. Out here biting, gnawing, tearing up each other. Right? So that's just a theory. That's just a theory. Okay. Uh Let me see. What I miss? But y'all know what I'm talking about. So when the scriptures say, back to Revelation 18:21, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea. That's the destruction of America. This thing's gonna get sunken. Saying, thus with violence shall the great city of Babylon be thrown down, and shall be no more, shall be found no more at all. This place is gonna be wiped off the map, man. It's gonna be a perpetual smoking. It's gonna be a memory, right? And everything that we're reading about in the news is par for the course. So when we're reading about headlines like this, about things going nuclear, then we got to take it. We got to take heed to it, because even in Peter, it tells you about the elements melting with fervent heat. Second Peter. Well, actually, you know what? Let me start at 10. Second Peter 3:10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise." It's gonna come to a thief of the night for the Negroes that's still down there trying to party in Miami, spring breaking it. It's gonna come like a thief in the night for the Negro still chasing his rap dreams, and and the sister sing, chasing her pop dreams, want to be the next Beyonce and the next Rihanna. Is going to catch the same cat slipping man who's willing to put himself hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt because he wants to be the next, the next great politician because he thinks he's going to change the system. He's going to get the same Negro who's running around here, willing to break every ankle and every, Achilles tendon that he got to be the next great running back. They're going to get caught slipping like a thief in the night. To the Negro who can't put down a double cup, you out of here. For the sister who thinking that laying with a Jake for some red bottoms is making it, thief in the night. Okay. To the average Joe Schmo, black and Hispanic Native American man that's still stuck in these damn crack house churches, they're gonna get hit like a thief in the night. Reading on, it says, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Burned up. Remember, the Most High made a promise. He said he's not going to destroy the earth any longer with water, but by fire will this place be purged, man. So how else is it going to get purged? Yes, the chariots is going to come. They're going to wreak havoc on this place. There is going to be fervent heat that comes from the chariots. But we also know that the Most High made no mistake that the nations also have flaming swords, arrows and so forth and so on that have to be utilized as weapons of warfare because they have to destroy parts of this earth. The scriptures tell you, man, the third part of the earth is gonna be, third part of man's gonna be wiped out, all through their own doing. I mean, if you listen to the headlines that they keep talking about how bad Russia's taking L's all damn day, if that was true, don't you think that he would rather push the panic button and go dip out into his little um private bunker and say to hell with it. I'm in my 70s. I done lived my life. I'm not taking no L's, not on my watch. I'd rather just let this thing flame up and go all out. If he was taking L's like that in the Ukraine. They trying to say, oh, the Ukrainians is they pushing back, they getting cities back, and 50,000 and died of the Russians. It's a bad move. Putin is tripping. If it was really that bad, I bet you that damn heathen, he would have been pushed the panic button and said to hell with it. You think he's just gonna give up and just say, all right, I'm sorry. I bombed first and now I'm getting my ass whipped. I bow down, and you guys can go ahead and take me out of office. They even asked Sloe Biden. They said, "Is a regime change going to be part of the process?" He said, "No, no. What was it, Sloe Biden? No, it wasn't Sloe Biden. It was his other little fork tongue mouthpiece, Jen Psaki. She said, "Oh, we don't believe in that. That's not our way." But you lying. America does regime changes all day long. Ask Venezuela, ask all the many countries in South America, ask Nicaragua, right? They're doing regime changes all across the world. Listen, didn't we just play the? Didn't I play the audio from that one Edomite? I forgot her name, and she was talking about the regime change that was going down in the Ukraine. Remember, she said, "F the EU. We need to get Klitschko to play right. We got to worry about these other cats, over here. But this is our guy right here." But they sat down and said that removing Putin out of power wasn't part of the plan. Now, if he's just this old wicked second coming of Hitler, wouldn't you think that he should be removed? No, he's part of the plan. He's part of the plan. So, but we see here fervent heat, unquenchable, fervent heat. Man, the place is gonna get burnt up. All right. So that's my thoughts on the violence, the war, the state of warfare that's gonna happen to this place. Right. The possible zombie apocalypse that breaks out. All he got to do, man, is make bath salts into nanobots, nanoparticles. Get to spraying like he does the chemtrails in big metropolitan cities, and all hell's gonna break loose. And they've already got the military drills lined up to prepare for it. I mean, if the military is taking it that serious, that they're saying let's do some drills, it ain't just about The Walking Dead. It ain't just about whatever your favorite zombie movie is. I Am Legend, whatever. It's well beyond that. Because he's letting it be known he's already got the chemical compounds that can make an individual turn cannibal. So let's get back to this. So Russian state TV is pushing out there, man. World War III could be unleashed at any time. It's gonna go nuclear. So again, going back to the scenario, if Russia is getting their asses whipped, guess what? This could be the reason why their state TV is pushing this narrative, saying, well, it could be unleashed soon and it's gonna go nuclear. Because Putin ain't taking no L's, not in that fashion, not by Ukraine, who we thought was going to be a pushover. So if those narratives are true, I don't believe so because Putin came out and said all phases of his plan are going according to plan, and he's moving on to the next phase of taking down the Ukrainians. So who knows who's telling the truth with these damn devils? But let's move on. So NATO, they're boosting up their forces amid chemical incidents warning. So we heard about the threat of chemical warfare going on. I played the video with Ted Cruz interviewing. Uh, I forgot what her title is, but I know her name is Newland. It just came to me, Newland. Y'all remember that? And he asked her, "Are there biological uh, weapons being developed over there in the Ukraine?" She paused for a long time and said, the Ukraine does have a biological lab that we're working along with them to make sure it doesn't get into Putin's hands." Is it Victoria Nuland? Yeah. There she go. There go the Wicked Witch of the West. Look at that face. Look at that face. As I say, only a mother could love. Disgusting. Disgusting. And if you haven't noticed, man, you're hearing about all of the damn corruption between the Biden family. Have y'all heard about that? Hunter Biden and his laptop and all the money that they was getting out of the Ukraine, out of China, out of Russia, all the major players that's going on in this place right here. Sloe Biden and his cronies, man, are all getting money out the deal, millions of dollars. Then you wonder why their interest is so high. Okay, hey, let me check this chat real quick. Con, yeah, that's right. Shaq, we ain't the pokes ain't even came clean yet. I mean, let alone we see people dropping dead. We see all the side effects that's happening, but who knows what else is going to be going on? You know, it's going to take maybe between 1 to 3 years before you see the real outcomes of what's happening with these people. They got their arms poked up. Where we at? What I miss in the chat? Did I miss anything? Shalak, he woke up with the munchies. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He wanted some white meat. You know, his choice was white meat. And you see the damn cops, get off me, and running like scared broads, man. Unbelievable. That's why they don't want no parts of no hand to hand nothing with Negroes. I mean, this Jake was laid out sleeping. They running like damn two scared schoolgirls, man, and got weapons galore on them. But here she go, Newland. Y'all heard her talking about regime changes. You heard this. You heard her talking about the biological labs were there, and that they were trying to make sure that Putin didn't get a hold of them, which means they in there bubbling up the damn biological lab work, not Putin. Now, if he says, "Man, I'm trying to get over there to stop y'all from doing it," who's to say that ain't what he's trying to do? But if you leave it to the lamestream media, they'll tell you it's just the opposite, man. Everything is reverse. I tell y'all about the bizarro world. Some of y'all may not know what I'm talking about when I say that. I'm gonna expose my inner nerd real quick. Don't hold it against me. No, I'm just playing. Some of y'all know. Some of y'all been saying, "Man, I know all about that." Some be having me look like I'm crazy. The Bizarro World. Okay, the Bizarro World is a fictional planet appearing in American comic books published by DC Comics, introduced in the early 1960s. Hatre is a cube-shaped planet home to Bizarro and companions, all of whom were initially Bizarro versions of Superman. So, in other words, the Bizarro world had duplicates. Everything was backwards and in reverse. See how you see how even the writing on here is reverse. Uh, what was that? Oh, that was eBay. I thought that was just an image. But if you see on the actual comic book cover, everything is in reverse. See how the back, Superman's backward. He's the opposite of Superman in his world, in Bizarro world. Superman is the good guy. Bizarro world and his bizarre in the Bizarro world, he's a damn evil twin. Everything is backwards. So when I say, what they call it, a doppelganger, where there's a twin or something like that, and they say everybody's got a twin somewhere. I mean, this is what they're saying in the Bizarro world. This is what everybody look like. I mean, this is literally if you see these damn Jakes in the streets now. They damn near looking like this, doped out, tatted all up, looking crazy. Multiple piercings. Look, I showed y'all the pictures of the cast, man, trying to look like damn demons and lizards and dragons and all kind of madness. I mean, this is sister. This is sister right here. After the, you know, as she take off the damn snuffleupagus eyelashes. After she, takes the weave out and everything else, and wipes off all the makeup and takes off all the filters off the Instagram pictures and all of that. This is really what she look like. It's really what she look like. You know, here go the simp over here. The internet troll who's trying to get at her. Y'all don't mind me. I'm just having fun. But there we go. So when I say everything is in the bizarro world, man, they'll put out a headline like this, blame it on Russia, and really they're the ones doing it, man. I this past hump day, I brought out the information regarding Sloe Biden when he was talking about cyber attacks is coming. And I showed y'all the article where it said that he was given knowledge about all different types of ways to commit cyber attacks. If you notice, everything is about this is Biden's war. This is his war. This is not. And meanwhile, NATO, America, they're all involved in this madness. All the damn works of the damn heathen is in play right now. Okay. So now NATO is boosting up their forces. They're talking about chemical incidents warnings. When the only knowledge of chemical warfare that was known or that was brought up was after Putin got a hold of Chernobyl. He got a hold of that other city that had nuclear power plants there, and he got a hold of the spot that had where he was moving in on the spot where they had the chemical labs in the Ukraine. And Newland admitted that America was over there colluding with them, trying to make sure that Russia didn't get their hands on it. So who really had the weapons? Come on. So let's move on. NATO agreed to boost its deployments in the eastern portion of the defense alliance, doubling the number of battle groups to 8, as the U.S. said it was working with NATO to prepare for possible chemical or even nuclear incidents by Russia. They're always saying they're waiting for them to do it. Meanwhile, all they got to do is false flag it and it's lit. Slow Biden out there talking tough. Biden says the U.S. would, quote, respond to Russia if Putin uses chemical or biological weapons. Is that all it's going to take, Slow Biden? Only if it's chemical or biological. Oh, then we're gonna respond. Give me a break. He's already letting it be known. This is what we need in order for us to, actually impose our will over there and put the flames out of Russia, and China will be next. But that ain't the way the script plays out. That ain't the way the script plays out, man. The pride of the so-called white man is gonna be his downfall. See, there goes Putin's war in Ukraine is nearing possibly a more dangerous phase. So they're only acknowledging how it's continually escalating. It's only getting worse. No matter what they keep talking about on the media. Oh, the Ukraine's got a hold on it. Ukraine's, they're winning. Come on. So again, it's President Vladimir Putin's war in the Ukraine is approaching a new, potentially more dangerous phase after a month of fighting has left Russian forces stalled by an outnumbered foe. He is left with stark choices: how and where to replenish his spent ground forces, whether to attack the flow of Western arms to Ukrainian defenders, and what cost he might escalate or widen the war. So even let's just say the headlines are true. Again, if he's over there catching L's and getting beat down like that, why wouldn't he take it to the next level? Why wouldn't he? I mean, you're over there really bombing and shooting up your fellow countrymen because we all know Ukraine used to be part of the USSR. They've basically infighting. Civil war amongst the damn heathen. Big deal. What's that got to do with you Negroes and Hispanics walking around here with your blue and yellow flags on? What the hell does that got to do with you making your little blogs and videos pleading and praying for Ukraine? I mean, if you don't knock it off, man, and do some damn research about how Ukraine feels about you niggas, that's what you really need to be figuring out. I don't know how true it is. I tried to look it up, but I seen an article that said that the Peace Corps gave warning to anybody that was black over there, saying that certain parts of the Ukraine they still calling Jake's niggas over there. I wasn't able to find it on the on the site, on the Peace Corps site, but I am going to continue looking because I want to know if that's true. But they was acknowledging saying anybody that goes over to the Ukraine to volunteer, be prepared for some of the old schoolers to still call you nigga and monkey and all that other stuff. Now I'm going if I can find it, I'm gonna bring it out. But I didn't do real long, diligent, research through the whole site and all of that. I'm gonna try to go back and find it. But if any of y'all heard about that, know about that, can bring it out, bring it out. Put it in the chat, I'll pull it up. But I try to pull that up, but supposedly, that's what was going on. Hold on, let me see if I can put. See, some of these is kind of like it's on Reddit and blog sites and all that. So, I don't know how viable it is, but this is like I said, I seen this, and they saying that it was quoted from the Peace Corps website. Peace Corps advises black volunteers they may be called the N word by Ukrainian refugees. I mean, you can only believe that just because of how they was treating the Nigerians and all of that, and the students that's over there. Y'all seen the videos? We went through it ad nauseum. I've covered some of the history of Ukraine's racism and all of that, and how they really feel. See, this is supposedly from the Peace Corps website. Volunteer voices. People of color face many challenges living in Ukraine as a Peace Corps volunteer. However, African Americans will confront far more complicated issues. For modern parts of Ukraine, um, African Americans are part of the community in day to day life. However, there are many Ukrainians who have never seen a black person before. Their understanding of African American culture is fueled by the media and African stereotypes. You will generate lots of interest and curious stares. Sound familiar? Hmm. Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Most High shall lead thee. There's a word for nigga everywhere in the earth. Spig, wetback, you know, the red man, the engines, all of that. Peace pipe, Joe, all of that madness, man. Savages. So again, I'm gonna look to see if I can find it on the Peace Corps website. But supposedly, this is it. This is how they feel about us, and it only makes sense to me. Y'all know. I mean, man, they eat the mice anyway. I mean, why would they love it? A Negro and Hispanic. Okay. So getting back to this article, Putin's war in Ukraine is nearing the possible dangerous phase. We're seeing where this thing is going. China's still trying to make moves in the South Pacific Sea. So China and the Solomon Islands draft a secret security pact, raising an alarm in the Pacific. So they're trying to strengthen up. While the U.S. and the West is all distracted over here, looking at what's going on and involving themselves with the situation in Ukraine and Russia. China's on the back door, capitalizing and building up their strongholds. Right? They've already been over there in South and Central America, strengthening their ties over there. Now they go to the Solomon Islands, uh, reinvigorating their strength in the South Pacific Sea, so they can make their move on Taiwan. See, America's got their hands full, and Xi Jinping, president of China, he's talking. He played slow Biden. oh, peace is in the best interest. We really need to push this. Still ain't condemned the attacks that Russia did. Still hasn't backed down from helping out Russia with these sanctions and all of that. And Sloe Biden out here saying, yeah, I think we had a real good positive talk. And Xi Jinping walking away like, you dumb white son of a SOB. Got him. How's that security pack working on the Solomon Islands so we can go ahead and build up our armies over there? That's on the table. Sydney, Australia, a leaked document has revealed that China and the Solomon Islands are close to signing a security agreement that could open the door to Chinese troops and naval warships flowing into a Pacific island nation that played a pivotal role in World War II. See how that's always playing a part right now? This is how you know the spirit and the climactic situation that we're in is world war affairs. Every time that we keep reading about Ukraine and Russia, we're seeing parallels and comparisons to what was going on in World War II. That lets it be known that we're heading towards World War III. The world is involved. Warfare is engaging. Now we're seeing China also is shoring up their troops and their warships over here, getting strategically placed so that they can get ready. The agreement, kept secret until now, was shared online Thursday night by opponents of the deal and verified as legitimate by the Australian government, though it is marked as a draft and cites a need for quote social order as a justification for sending Chinese forces. It has set off alarms throughout the Pacific where concerns about China's intentions have been growing for years. So they're saying, oh, it's just a draft. We just need to set some things in order. Well, you know what that's going to entail. They're gonna have to put, the Solomon Islands. That means we're gonna have to, slide them some money, give them some support, throw some tech down there, so that they can get on board, start praising the damn gooks, and then China's gonna move on in there and start setting up shop. That's all that means. Let's move on. North Korea. Oh, Moab is still at it again. North Korea test launches a new massive missile capable of reaching Washington. Did you hear that? Whether or not it works or not, that's a whole nother thing. They be testing a whole lot of these intercontinental missiles, and some of them be failing. But the fact that they've got one now that can reach Washington, that was one of the stumbling blocks. Is they didn't have anything that could reach all the way over here. That's why they were kind of, China, Russia strategically tries to move into closer areas, Cuba, Venezuela. I mean, Russia can hit America. They can hit Alaska like nothing. That's walking distance. But you're talking about Washington, D.C., the capital, and North Korea is over there launching every other week, testing they missiles. Something's going on in the spirit, man, where we're going to see, somebody's going to push this panic button, man, and let this thing go. And the Lord said that the apostles and the prophets are going to be rejoicing. Where do you stand at? Where do I stand at when it comes down to that? Hey, I told you, I'm all with it. Whether I'm prepared or not, man, if I've done my works for the Lord, man, I pray that He finds it worthy enough that I can see the kingdom with my fellow brothers and sisters that fear the Most High, keep the commandments, man, if I diligently sought His faith 10 times or more in the spirit of repentance, and my family. But hey, if it goes down, it goes down. You can only prepare so much. The Lord said this. I mean, the rest of this article says, Tokyo. North Korea fired its new monster missile Thursday, its most powerful intercontinental ballistic missile to date, and one capable of reaching the east coast of the United States, ratcheting up tensions amid stalled nuclear negotiations. It is Pyongyang's first ICBM test since 2017. Although North Korea has conducted a series of short and intermediate range tests in recent months in line with the weapons development schedule, an ICBM test was considered a red line by many countries monitoring its actions. So they're crossing the line, going to the intercontinental ballistic route, testing those out. The question is why would you even be testing those out? Why do you feel the need that you need to make sure that those are working, that you can have a missile reach intercontinental areas? That means they can go from one continent to the next. Why would you feel the need to do that if you didn't think that it was heading in that direction? See, North Korea is like, look, when it pops, I don't want to get caught slipping. And I know who I'm aiming at. They saying we know who our enemy is. Slow Biden in America. We've had beef since Donald Trump was in office and was calling him Little Rocket Man. Remember that? I'm making sure ain't no bots in there. So far, so good. All right, all praises, man. Let's move on. U.S. weighs its engagement with Venezuela, a Russian foothold in America's backyard. So now Slow Biden is running around here kissing everybody's butt. You know, everybody that he stepped on, it on, right? Laid sanctions on, felt as though that they was undesirables and unnecessary and unneeded. Now he's going over here trying to, shake hands and kiss babies, man, and brown nosing to Maduro in Venezuela. You know, the Saudis still ain't answering his calls. He's even going to Iran saying, well, the nuclear sanctions that we got on you, that's negotiable now. Because we need that power. We need that gas. Are you open for talks? And they looking at you like, they looking at Slow Biden like, man, if you don't get the hell out of here. We've been surviving and been good all this time. You think now we want to talk to your fork tongue ass? No. Look at this. Confronting a conflagration in Eastern Europe after the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the Biden administration has redoubled, not doubled. That means they done gone back once. Let's go back again. Nobody's talking to us. Redoubled its efforts to put out fires elsewhere, seeking to accelerate a nuclear deal with Iran. Oh, now they want to talk nukes with Iran. Are you crazy? After didn't one of the American embassies or American military bases just got bombed by Iran a couple weeks ago, and they still over here brown nosing? Y'all remember that? I played the Twitter video. They showed the bombing, and he's over here. That show you the desperation that America's in right now. They willing to get slapped in the face and still come back and say, "Can we still talk?" And Iran is like, "What, what, what?" And he's saying, "Oh, oh, 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 uh, okay, okay. Can we talk now? Please help me." Seeking to accelerate a nuclear deal with Iran. They already laid down the sanctions on Iran. Told them, no, you can't have no nuclear power. No, because if you use it, you're going to go bomb Israel. And we got problems with you. So, no, that's not happening. Now they going over there double backing on their word. That show you there's no loyalty in politics, man. And the so-called white man and his broken covenant histories. He's supposed to be big brother to Israel. Supposed to be looking out for him. Now he's over there negotiating with their enemy, talking about, hey, let's talk about getting you some nukes and getting you nuclear power. And they've already said all it's going to take Iran but a year before they got a nuclear bomb ready to go. Just give them the green light. And Slow Biden is over there talking about, okay, let's talk. Because gas is out of control. Europe and America is going to need more power. You haven't heard no more about them going into their reserves to start spreading it around to the rest of the world, have you? I see them gas prices still going up. What happened to them $500+ million bottles of barrels of oil for emergencies? How come they haven't broke that out yet? Because that ain't the plan. The plan is to collapse every damn thing, destroy everything, and then they're gonna quote try to build back better. Y'all know the game. So, reading on, it says seeking to accelerate a nuclear deal with Iran and ease strained relations with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. So, seeking to ease strained relationships with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. So that lets you know, man, they not on good terms with Ishmael no more. They not on good terms with Moab. They're not on good terms with the Latin American countries. And now they run around here trying to brown nose and sweet talk everybody after all the evils that they done. Don't the scriptures tell you we haven't reached that point yet? I tell you, man, all the heathens gonna hiss at him. Obadiah chapter 1, Obadiah 1 and 1. And we're going to read down to verse 2. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom, so-called white man. We have heard a rumor from the Most High, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. So he's going to be involved in a battle with multiple heathen nations. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. See how lowly he's down here begging? Crawling around on his belly like the snake that he is. Going over here to Venezuela. Hey, are we open to talk? Iran, let's talk. Saudi Arabia, let's talk. United Arab Emirates, let's talk. China, let's talk. All that other boastful stuff he was doing beforehand, riding around here with his head held high, acting like it don't stink. Uh-oh. Now he's made small among the heathen. Scriptures say, man, thou art greatly despised. Don't nobody like America, man. Nobody likes America. Nobody likes this damn so-called white man. That's just facts. Now you see why he's running around here trying to put out fires and trying to ease strained relations. I mean, if the Most High ain't true, he's greatly despised. Now he's running around here trying to, beg for help. And you know how the rest of the book of Obadiah goes. So if this part is true, you can only imagine the rest. Let's move on. I'm sure by now everybody heard this damn fork-tongued creature come out and say this. Biden warns food shortages are going to be real. I mean, how long have I been saying this? And I ain't just since I was doing DSTM. This is longer than that. But here we are. Coming out the forgetful mushmouth goblin himself. Biden warns food shortages are going to be real across the globe because Putin invading the world's breadbasket, Ukraine. Oh, it's Putin's fault. Oh, it don't have nothing to do with them sanctions, huh? Well, that's what he said. He blames on Putin, but watch this. This how you know, man, he's a damn fork-tongued goblin.
With regard to food shortage, yes, we did talk about food shortage.
Look at him, man. He constantly blinking, can't keep his damn eyes open because he's too busy trying to keep his, they say he's on performance enhancing drugs, man. They got to shoot him up with some Adderall or something like that, man, just so that he can constantly, keep a coherent conversation and read the teleprompter. Look, every time I pause the video, his eyes is closed. That's just random. Let him go.
With regard to food shortage, yes, we did talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed.
Flemmy all the damn time, always coughing and clearing his throat. I mean, what's going on with this cat, man? He said because of the sanctions. He didn't say because of Putin invading Ukraine and the breadbasket. It's because of his sanctions. When he starts stuttering, you know he's finna lie. We know that much. Look, I just paused it again. His eyes is closed. This is just random in the spirit, man.
And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not.
Look, see, the price of the sanctions as he gets to his little phlegmy cough again. He's sitting up here trying to tell us it's because of the sanctions and it's going to be real.
Not just imposed upon Russia, it's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including.
Did you hear that? It's not just imposed on Russia, but it's imposed on multiple other countries as well. So that lets you know that the idea and the understanding that these sanctions were only to be aimed at crippling Russia, no. He did it because he wants to cripple other countries as well. He knows what he's doing. And he said, and including here.
European countries and our country as well. And because both Russia and Ukraine have been the breadbasket of Europe in terms of wheat, for example, just to give one example. But we had a long discussion in the G7 with with both the United States, which is a significant, the third largest producer of wheat in the world.
You gotta be foaming at the mouth, stuttering every damn minute, scratching his head.
Well as Canada, which is also a major producer. And we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages. And in addition to that, we talked about.
Did you hear with his Freudian slip? He said they're working on how they can create more food shortages, not stop the food shortages. Hold on. Let me let this goofball hang himself.
More rapidly food shortages and major producer. And we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages.
And they both talked about how they could more rapidly disseminate food shortages. Was that a Freudian slip? Did he just mess that up and nobody corrected him? Or did he just see? That's one thing, man. This damn devil, he's gonna actually tell you the truth, and he ain't even realizing that he just exposed himself. Let me let that go back one more time in case somebody missed it.
Of wheat in the world, as well as Canada.
He had to wipe the venom out of, it's leaking out his mouth. He had to wipe a little venom off before he lets out some damn lie. Here you go.
Which is also a major producer. And we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages. And in addition to that, we talked about urging all the European countries and everyone else to end trade restrictions on sending limitations on sending food.
Good Lord.
And so we are in the process of working out with our European friends what it would take to help alleviate the concerns relative to food shortage.
Good Lord. I mean, it's hard to even get through a minute and 22 seconds without stopping, clowning, pausing, analyzing what this cat is saying, man. Unreal. So you heard it. He said the sanctions is not only being imposed on Russia, but the rest of the world, Europe and America. He said they're working in lockstep with Canada, how they could disseminate food shortages and keep it going. All that in a minute and 22 seconds. So he's clearly acknowledging that the famine is here. He said it's going to be real. That's why, brothers and sisters, man, if y'all ain't got a few things stored away and ready to go, listen, the 99-cent store don't exist no more. Dollar Tree don't exist no more. Everything's over $1. Yeah, it's $1.25, $1.29. Oh yeah, you got stuff in there. It's $2.99, $3.99, whatever. All the holdovers from the grocery stores is popping on in. You gotta check the expiration date on every damn thing. Some people don't give a damn. So make sure that you're getting your storehouse in order. Ask Joseph how'd that work out for him. And then we can see what's going on. He's giving you fair warning. What's happening, what's going down, and ultimately the plan is to starve everybody out. Look, lockdown Shanghai residents struggle to buy fresh food. They're already locked down again over there in China. And always that's the blueprint when it comes down to how to oppress, how to restrict, how to impose dictatorships. They look at China as the model. They look at Israel when it comes down to, the whole game plan that was going on with the vid and the pandemic. They all working together in lockstep, man. Lockdown Shanghai residents struggle to buy fresh fruit. Remember they had the lockdowns and they couldn't go out? I think they was letting one person out every 2 days and they can go shopping by the time they get to the damn grocery store and they couldn't get everything that they needed. Reading this. A growing C-19 outbreak in Shanghai has seen buildings and apartment blocks locked down for testing, leaving some frustrated residents struggling to secure fresh food for nearly a week. The testing blitz comes as cases in the city of about 25 million surged to a record, part of a wider wave that's testing China's zero tolerance approach to the virus just as the rest of the world. All right. So where did this whole thing begin at? Where was the center point? Ground zero, oh, China, the wet markets, Wuhan. Round two, three. What round are we on with this whole thing? Is this like round 4 now? Heavyweight bout is what, 12? So if history repeats itself, there's nothing new under the sun. We're seeing the next lockdown that's coming this way. America's gonna get it probably after these elections, after the primaries. Here we go. Higher food prices around the country are pushing more Americans to the food banks, and pretty soon the food banks are gonna get burnt out. You seen what happened just with the first initiation of the vid and them food banks that was opening up because of the lockdowns and people getting laid off and people getting quarantined, couldn't get out, didn't have the income to go get the food. Them lines for them food banks was around the block, miles long. People waiting to get a box of food. Now they're saying people is already going back again. There were places in this country, man. Food banks was crying for help, saying, "Look, we ain't seen it like this ever before. We don't know if we can supply people with the food that they're looking for. We need donations." And y'all see the food prices going up. And Sloe Biden said it's only going to get worse. Let's read her testimony. For Chelsea Lewis, things started getting tight again in December. She found herself carving a little from the money budgeted for the electricity bill toward buying groceries. I don't know if she's a Jake or not, but hey, welcome to being Israel. I mean, that's why we'll be able to survive a little bit because Jake know how to supplant and get by. Jake already know how to rob Peter to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? Jake know how to get by. So Israel's gonna be able to supplant for a little while. The rest of these heathen, man, they're gonna have to figure it out. So look, Chelsea Lewis is saying, oh, she figured out she gonna have to budget a little bit out of her electric bill so that she can, figure out how she can get some more food in the cabinet. When it's really gonna hit Jake's, man, is when the EBT and SNAP gets cut and the benefits get slowed down because of inflation and because now, which we're gonna read about in a little bit, Governor Gruesome over here in California is talking about giving everybody $400 gas cards. Well, where's that money gonna come from? Where's that coming from? All of a sudden, there's billions of dollars that can be exposed. That just means inflation is going to get even worse. The value of the dollar is going down. Doesn't really matter. Okay, you get the $400 gas card, which is just a proposal. It ain't guaranteed. I know a lot of my people out here. They're talking about, Captain White Man to save the day, Governor Gruesome. He's going to give us gas money. He ain't giving you no damn gas money. He's going to give you a damn debit card that you're going to have to lock in on to go pay for your gas. By the time you get it, because they said these things are going to come around like in the summertime. By that time, gas in California is going to be $7. If it's not already, depending on where you're at. Good luck with that. That'll get you about 2 weeks worth of gas by the time everything rolls around. For the Jake says, there's riding around, commuting everywhere. I mean, give me a break. But that's okay. Because that just means further collapse, further issues that's going to, furtherly impact destruction of this place. But look at this. So higher food prices around the country are pushing more Americans to the food banks. Chelsea Lewis, she says she got to budget some of her, electricity bill to go pay for some groceries. She wondered how she was going to fill her tank to take her high school twins to their track meets and jobs. The tighter times began when the child tax credit expired, said Lewis, 48, of a Rockville, Maryland single mother of three and full-time student at Bowie State University. And I wonder how much of her loan uh, that she's taking out to attend this Bowie State, furtherly burying herself in more debt, thinking that once she gets this little degree, she's gonna have a job waiting for her when she gets out. Ain't gonna be no damn jobs, man. This place is already ran down and collapsing. And we're gonna see later. They talking about how jobless claims are the lowest it's ever been since the 40s. Really? And people are still running to the food banks? Huh? People still struggling trying to figure out how they gonna get some gas in the car? Are you talking about how lovely it is, how many people are working right now? Apparently something ain't adding up. So look, she wondered how she was going to fill her tank and take her high school twins to track meets and jobs. And she's a single mother out here, not getting them child tax credits no more. See, that's what happens, man, when you're sucking on the tit of the great whore and constantly dependent upon sucking that poison out of her. Once she cuts you off, you're all jacked up now. That's why we have to implore our people, man. You got to, start slowly but surely disconnecting from the system, because the longer you stuck in this system, man, the more that you plugged into this matrix and your little metaverse, the more dependent you become of it. And then if they decide to go ahead and yank the plug on you, you all jacked up. And then you really gonna have to be a slave to the system, man. You really gonna accept the mark. You really gonna be all in. All the sin, all the abominations, all the debauchery, all the religion that they want you to suck up and take, all of the medications that they got. It's over with. Oh, now look at this. She still gets food stamp benefits of $800 per month, but that lasts about 3 weeks. She also used to get enhanced unemployment. So this is what she's getting right now, $800 per month. What's going to happen when people need to really start, when more people start applying for this, for food stamp benefits, and you get more people that want to go, they want a little taste of the nipple too. You seen the mass exodus of people running out here quitting their jobs because guess what? Slow Biden is saying, I'm gonna go ahead and give you stimulus. I'm gonna make sure you got gas cards. I'm gonna make sure that you taken care of. We'll move back the rent moratoriums. The more that the people get more lazy, more unqualified, strung out on drugs. I mean, it's a whole system, man. I was watching this. What was it? It was a documentary on this rapper Juice World. I never really heard of who this kid was. But nonetheless, I seen the thing, and what really struck me was this kid died from ODing. He overdosed. He was on a flight going back to Chicago. He's from Chicago. Private jet going back to Chicago. The night before, he's sipping lean all night. He got into it with his girl. He's sipping lean. He's popping pills. He's got large amounts of pills and weed on him in the private jet. Now they land a private jet at the airport. Police all around. He panics, downs a bunch of the pills. Obviously OD'd. The pills, the lean, killed him. Right. The point of the matter is that he, along with many other kids that we see nowadays, were groomed up by the school system and these child psychologists and these old fake progressive drug pushing counselors in these schools, telling the kids, "Oh, your son's got ADHD. Oh, your daughter's got depression issues. Oh, your son, he's got all these multiple emotional issues, really spirits, and some of them ain't even really got that. It's just, hey, they got energy, they're hyperactive. They ain't got time. They sitting up here listening to the white man telling you Christopher Columbus discovered America, and you check out, and you like, man, I don't want to hear this. You start doodling and drawing, they say, "Oh, you got attention problems. We're gonna need to throw them on some Zoloft, throw them on some of these antidepressant drugs." So next thing you know, you got these kids popping pills, second, third grade on up. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, man, I used to be afraid of taking pills. Now these kids is popping pills like candies. And who's the one who introduced them to these antidepressant drugs? Who's the ones putting them on the Percocets? Who's the one putting them on all the stuff? Yeah, you guessed it. The damn educational system out here telling these kids, man, go ahead on and start them off on this. Next thing you know, they out here getting their own prescriptions, selling them to their friends. They all saying, "Oh, I'm depressed. Oh, I got emotional issues. Oh, I got ADHD. That's what Master told me." So now you get all these pillhead kids, man, all doped up, been taking pills since they was young, and now they're addicted. You can't get them up off of them. They're looking for the next thing to chase it. So they got the lean, they got the weed, they got the pills, they sniffing coke. They doing it all. That's how you see, man. The so-called white man is collapsing this whole place, man, and ruining the kids. And next thing you know, they running out here saying, "Well, you know what? I ain't got no life. Let me just go in and kill myself. Let me go out here and start gangbanging. I'm gonna shoot up everything moving. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna go flock these houses. I'm gonna go smash and grab in Beverly Hills. I'm gonna do whatever. Cause ain't none of them out there sober doing these licks. They all high." Sidebar. I got distracted. but it be like that in the spirit. You start thinking about a lot of this madness. And I'm reading about this woman and her kids, and she talking about she get $800 a week. Excuse me, a month. That lasts about 3 weeks. She got one more week, man, when they ain't got no food. And who knows what she's buying to eat. It says she also used to get enhanced unemployment after losing her seasonal UPS job during the pandemic, as well as electronic benefit transfers to supplement school meals, but both have expired. You see that? All the little benefits, all the stimulus, all the child tax credits, all that stuff, man. The PPP, that's out of here. White man like a carrot on the string, man, reeled you niggas in. Ooh, come on, come on, come on, take it away. And now you sitting there with your mouth open like baby birds, waiting for the worm to get dropped in your mouth, but ain't no worms. That's gonna really drive Jace crazy, man. Jace is gonna act a damn fool. Wait till her food stamp benefits drop down to 400. And then when she finally graduates from Bowie State University, and they say, "Oh yeah, honey, you know that $50,000 in loans that we loaned you, we need that 6 months after you get out. Clock's ticking, honey. Kick in that money. UPS ain't hiring no more. She's out of here. She's in trouble. Okay, that's her. She's one of millions with the same problem. Sharonda with the 5 kids on Section 8, she getting $1,200 a month with her EBT, and she's already every little scam and hustle's already played out. She can't give out the Social Security numbers no more of the kids to get a little bit of the benefits, because now they doing facial recognition for IRS benefits now. You can't log on to the IRS website no more asking where your refund at unless you got your face logged into their system. Too many people were scamming. Oh, so Sharonda, you can't loan out the damn Social Security numbers of the kids no more. You can't put the car in baby Tyrone's name no more using his social. I mean, all them scams is out of here. Jake's is really gonna see what it's like, man, when the pinch really starts hitting. So we're seeing here the famine is real. Sloe Biden acknowledged it. More people's hitting the food banks. Let's move on. Look, here you go. California Governor Gavin Newsom to give up to $800 debit cards. These niggas out here in the streets. Yay! He's our governor. Yes. About time he did something. Listen, this is just a proposal. It hasn't been approved yet. Don't get fooled by the damn the headlines. See, California Governor Gavin Newsom to give up to $800 debit cards to all Golden State drivers as gas hits 588 a gallon. But expert warn it will drive up inflation. You dang right. When you just print money up out of thin air, man, that's monopoly money. And we know the banks always win in monopoly. California Governor Gavin Newsom has proposed. Hello? It's not guaranteed. He still got to go through legislation. They got to vote on it, and then he's going to look like the bad guy. Well, not even the bad guy. They're going to look at California legislators as the bad people if they don't pass it. Look, I try to give y'all some debit cards for gas, and they shut it down. Yeah, well, you dang right, because what California already is banning gas vehicles and gas powered operating machinery by 2025. They don't want you. They don't want to driving around in gas no more. That's already been established. So now all of a sudden he's got a heart. He wants you to start gassing up all of a sudden. But that's okay because either way they win. Because if they do say, okay, give them the money, guess what that's going to do? That's going to drive more prices up because inflation is going to hit. So again, they're saying that if this passes, it's not going to hit till the summer. At the rate the gas is going up, it's going to be $7 a gallon. Like I said, if it's not already that in some places it is. It's like $6.89, $6.99 in some places. Some places over $7. I mean, that $5.88 a gallon, that's at like Arco, Valero, all them little cheap gas spots. Y'all know what I'm talking about because I'm going to them just like you are. I'll be seeing y'all there. Don't be acting like I'm the only one going to Arco. Who's still going to Shell? Who's still going to Chevron? Put it in the chat if you got money like that. I need to holler at you. Naftali Bowie State is historical black college? Okay. Never heard of it. But then that means that she's a sister then. So that only really figures out the narrative. That's where that's going. So when I start seeing, okay, she's on the county, she got 3 kids, single mother, all that. Yeah, she fits the profile of a woman living under them curses. Oh, Costco. Oh, Costco is lit. Yeah. But I seen Costco have about 40 cars waiting in line. I ain't mad at nobody who got time to sit in Costco either. Costco, what's Costco looking like? I know they still 5+ though. But you already know. Don't fall for the okie doke. He's out there talking about I'm gonna give you $400 for every car that you got. That ain't even the truth. Because I think they said they max you out at 800, so they're only gonna cover 2 cars that's registered in your name or something like that. But they said this ain't hitting until the summer. Again, by that time we looking at 7+. Let's see how far that takes us. You know, Jay gonna figure out how to. You gonna be standing at the damn, gas station trying to pump people's gas, getting the cash. Y'all know that hustle. I'll give you 40 for 25. that ain't gonna work no more. Because everybody Jay gonna need his whole amount of money to fill up the tanks. Let's move on. Moderna CEO insists a 4th vaccine dose may be needed to control a future COVID stealth. Oops, I'm out here saying the word. God dang it. That's okay. 520. Okay. I ain't mad at you if you got time to stand over there. It might be worth it then. Might be worth it. Shoot. Uh y'all was talking about something over here. Hold on. Let me see where we at. Oh yeah, you talking about the Omarion, the okra. BA. Is that bit? Oh, Female dog ass. Oh, okay. Not too. Yeah, we talked about that. But look what they're pushing. Moderna CEO insists a fourth jab may be needed to control the future vid stealth. Oh, it's stealth now. Oh, but I thought they already knew. They already had the names for it. They already had the variant. They already knew all about it. But now it's just moving stealth, huh? Didn't we read about that variant that was over there in France? This is the one they talking about. It said they had over 40 different variants that was coming out of it. Man, they had all the bullets lined up in the chamber, man. They know what they was doing. So don't be surprised when this thing, rears its ugly head back up. They already said that next wave is coming in the fall, late fall. Let me make sure. Let me make sure that ain't changed. What did it say? Oops, my bad. Oh, what was this? What experts predict from the vid this fall and winter? Oh, that was May 2021. There was one that they were saying was going to hit late fall. Here's what experts say could lie ahead of the third year of the pandemic. I wonder what they're saying. What do y'all think? Look, they still jabbing him up the nose. What are they saying? Oh, a new variant could easily develop and slip past the protection of current treatments and jabs, setting us back to what life was like in 2020. Oh, haven't we been talking about that? Setting us back. Oh, back to the future. That makes it hard to predict what happens next week, let alone in a few months. I mean, Wednesday hump day, we already seen Chicago. Some of the kids, they already slapping the mask back on. That was short lived. So they're already acknowledging. Be prepared. Might be coming around in the fall. That was just March 14th. So they talking about this summer, this fall, might creep up on you. And look what they saying. Oh, a new stealth variant. Despite Frankenstein Frauci assuring Americans another surge is not around the corner. I mean, how good was his word in 2020? How many times has he flip flopped? As he ran around here talking about, oh, the last one really fooled us. No, it fooled you. Us. See, now I got to pull that quote up. Here we go. This virus has fooled us before. See how he's already setting up the damn flip flop? Fooled us. Who's us? You the expert. You the one running around here setting up all these damn mandates. You the one that's, everybody's living out every little breath that you exhale out. Oh, he's the expert. Listen what he said. Fooled us before. That's how the damn white man always try to, hold himself non responsible. Doesn't want to have accountability for what he's into. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what's happening. Fooled us. Oh, so now we got to listen to him now. Didn't he just what did he just say here? He's assuring us another surge is not around the corner. And then in the same breath, he said this fooled us before. So how can he be assuring? How can he be making guarantees when he's not? Because here on the back end, he's got a double tongue, double speak, fork tongue his way out the situation. This virus has fooled us before. So when things do flip next end of this year in the fall, Hey, I told you it's tricky. I told you it's stealth. I never said. I mean, well, at the time we work with the data that we have. Science, changes all the time. Science does, huh? The BA.2 subvariant of the vid, known as quote stealth okra, stealth omarion. Is that what we calling it now? So the delta's gone, flurona's gone. What else? What else did they have out there? I mean, where are they getting these damn names from? The BA dot subvariant of the vid, known as stealth okra, is on the rise in Europe, Asia, and more recently the U.S., accounting for roughly 30% of all new infections this week, according to the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The specter of the new vid wave caused by yet another mutation of the vid is troubling. But according to the White House top medical advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the spread of stealth Omarion likely won't be as disastrous as previous waves. So we should listen to him, huh? He knows what he's talking about. Flip flop. Anyway, just know what he's saying. You got to read between the lines. Bizarro world style. Y'all know. Supreme Court silent on Justice Clarence Thomas hospitalization. Why are they quiet on this Negro? I mean, the coon man. They want to let it be known. They finally said later on today he finally was released from the hospital from a mysterious infection. Just on the heels of them giving that other damn coon sister hell in all of her congressional approval hearings. She gets drilled by all them Republicans. She getting drilled, and fake love support from the Democrats. And I'm on her head because she refused to define what a woman is. Talking about she's not a biologist, so she don't know what a woman is. Did y'all seen that? I brought it out I brought it out on Hump Day this past Wednesday. So they finally found Uncle Clarence. He's out now. Uh, but don't be surprised if he suddenly disappears somehow. They can't have too many of you Negroes sitting on Supreme Court stands, no matter how much brown nosing they do. So somehow they dug him up, found him, brought him back out. But they went silent on him for about 7 to 10 days. He was like uh, in the hospital with quote flu like symptoms, and all of a sudden he had some damn infection, and nobody knew where he was. He disappeared. They was quiet. They didn't want to say what's up with him in the hospital. They finally let him out. Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Clarence, excuse me, he's out. You remember him with his scandal in the Coke can, and that one sister in his office. They held that over his head. So he had to kiss ass all the way to the bank. Once they had him, what was that scandal with him? Uh, I forgot the sister's name too. Yeah, what was her name? What was her name? It was some damn sexual. Yeah, there you go. Clarence Thomas groping scandal. Sexual harassment in the 90s. Yeah, I remember that. Some of y'all might not remember that. If you wasn't around in the 90s. Anita Hill. Now, Naftali, you on point. Shaq, you too. Keith, y'all was on point. All praises. Glad y'all was on. Y'all was paying attention. Anita Hill. There you go. Yeah, didn't that have something to do with a Coke can, and he's supposed to be grabbing for the Coke and grabbed her cheeks instead? Some madness, man. But that's what happens, man. When they get a compromised Negro in office, man, he's gonna do their beck and call. Just like they got this sister, man. She's gonna push all the whole woke movement. She's gonna push all the LGBTQ, HIV stuff. She's gonna do it all. and they gotta hide behind that black face to disarm any of you niggas out there and you dykes and lesbo, everybody, the side of my community. You can't blame the white man. It was the nigga. She did it. She overturned this. She approved that. And the white man sits behind in his little crouched down, serpentine nature, and acts like it wasn't me. She made the call. So she's gonna be the fall guy or fall woman when all the hell breaks loose when it comes down to all these little woke court cases and woke Supreme Court justice issues. She's gonna have some influence on that. Just off of the fact that she wouldn't define what a woman is. So that already lets you know where she stands. Let's go back. All right, so look at this. Black Tesla employees describe a culture of racism. I was at my breaking point. This is coming out even more and more, man. Is so many Jakes, man, that was working for Tesla. They all come out talking about discrimination, racism. It was all a toxic environment. They getting called monkeys and niggas and all kind of stuff in there. And here they are thinking they're working for this whole little progressive, rebellious company that's working on electric and working on. I, I'm I'm like, I live 10 minutes from the SpaceX plant that they have. I've yet to see a black face over there. I see the heathen men when they get off work. They're crossing the streets. They're walking around. They got their little Starbucks cups in their hands. They backpacks, walking across to the parking lot where they got all their little Teslas and stuff that they got company owned stuff. They building a whole damn apartment unit or some little work unit sub housing across the street from us so they can just wake up and walk right over there, droned out, go right to work. Here these Negroes are thinking they making strides. Hey mom, aren't you proud of me? I'm working for Tesla now. Oh yeah, the big technological company, working with energy and working with tech and everything else. Yeah, I finally made it. And then 2 weeks later, how's work? Mom, I hate it here. They're calling me nigga, monkey. They're messing with my lunches. Oh, you thought this was progress, huh? Listen, no matter where you go, there's no escape. We just got to reading. Byword and a proverb. We're gonna be. See, look at this lady. Look at this sister. A single mother was excited to land a job at Tesla. About 3 years in, she was fired. She said after complaining that black workers were frequently called the N word on the assembly line. A former refinery worker couldn't wait to get into green energy. See that? Buying into the whole little damn program. You want to save the earth. You want to stop man-made global warming. You're listening to all the politics and all of the damn lies that the Democrats is pushing, Sloe Biden and the rest of the damn fork-tongued demons. Oh, we got to stop carbon emissions and all that. Don't you realize you 12% carbon? They're talking about getting rid of you too. And here you are buying into this whole, I'm trying to save the earth. Oh, the earth don't like you, nigga. And neither do your bosses. Sister had to find out the hard way. And it ain't just her. A brother won over $1 million settlement. I shared that before. Hold on. Look at Tesla to pay 137 million to a black man, alleging. How's it alleged if he already won the damn case? See how they play this? He won the damn case. Tesla has to pay this man 137 million, and the damn New York Daily News saying this was alleged racist. California court has demanded Tesla pay 137 million to a black man who experienced racial discrimination and harassment while he worked as an elevator operator for the electrical vehicle company. See that? Oh, it was alleged though. And now the sister feeling the breeze too. See? A former refinery worker couldn't wait to get into green energy. She said she soon found herself with other black workers assigned to the most arduous task in the corner of the factory. Workers called, quote, the plantation. Oh, I guess she didn't read this. Guess she didn't read Deuteronomy. See, the Christians, these old fake urban apologists, they gonna tell you this is all came and went. This is all a joke. This doesn't have anything to do with your life right now. This isn't to be used to identify you as being a chosen child of God. The only way you can do that is believe in the new covenant and praise white Jesus. That's the only way you're gonna be accepted. That's what they want to tell you. Only way you're gonna be accepted is if you accept all of the people in the world. That salvation is for everybody. That's the only way you're gonna get it. No, these curses can't be talking about you. Curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field. Oh, where are we talking about? Who's cursing the cities and in the fields? Where do we not see ghettos, barrios, shanty towns? Where do we not see favelas where our people are not crammed in like roaches, crabs in a barrel, snapping at each other, trying to kill ourselves just to live? Are you telling us we not in the cities and we're not cursed? We're not cursing these fields, man. Who's out here picking all of the oranges and the plums and the pineapples and the strawberries, making pennies on a dollar, getting it back? That's right. My Hispanic brothers and sisters out there, curse out that be in the field. Well, what about the sharecroppers? What about the black farmers? Black farmers still trying to wait for their damn settlements. Curse out that be in the field. Black U.S. farmers dismayed as white farmer lawsuits is halted. I mean, the list goes on and on with how many damn they supposedly won. Look, $4 billion they were supposed to get. This is back in the early 2000s, I believe, and they still ain't got the money yet. Look, black farmers still await debt relief. $4 billion. Black farmers still await debt relief as lawsuits block promised aid lawsuits filed by white farmers have blocked $4 billion in debt relief to black farmers. And Sloe Biden said that there ain't gonna be no reparations, and I don't give a damn. You niggas already voted for me. I'm in here, and now I'm about to wreak havoc on your lives. Curse shall thou be in the fields. We ain't even talked about the damn cotton picking, being lynched and hanged, running through the fields, trying to save your life, dogs being sick on you. We ain't even talked about that. And she's talking about she's working at a mock plantation all the way to at a Tesla plant. So tell me we're not living these curses. How about this? Curse shalt thou be when thou comest in, and curse shalt thou be when thou goest out. Hmm? You a nigga when you got that job, you was a monkey while you was working there, and when you got fired, you was still the same. You tell me. Reading on an army veteran. Oh, she's a veteran. Pledged her allegiance to the beast. All for what? An army veteran was promoted to a fleet manager job. He said he was fired. Not her. I mean her. This is another Jake. An army veteran was promoted to a fleet manager job. He said he was fired after he complained his boss called him and two black co-workers, quote, monkeys. Monkeys. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Can you imagine? And here she is. She thought she was making it. Finally made it on my Tesla. Bragging to your family and friends. Only to find out you was a nigga in the end. Imagine that. Yeah, it's 2022 and it's still going on. Psalm 69:4. They that hate me without cause are more than the hairs of mine head. You see how David said me? He said, I got so many damn enemies, so many people after me, hating me. He said it's more than the hairs on my head, man. They're innumerable. Everywhere you go around the four corners of the earth, man, everybody's got something against you. They either love you or they hate you. And if they love you, it's only because they envy you. And if they can get it, take advantage of your talents and take advantage of your spirit, they can make some money up off of you, man. The scriptures tell you, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. I mean, you already see, man, the damn heathen done hijack hip hop and the whole culture and everything else, man. They're making money off of it, making a living off of it, progressing it and acting as if they're part of the quote unquote culture. Culture vulture, heathen, Edomites is already infiltrated, taking over every damn thing. And at the end of the day, man, you still a nigga. Still a spick, wetback, spook, and everything else. They that hate me without cause are more than the hairs of my head. I bet you that sister didn't feel like she was hated when she got that job. Little do you know. Affirmative action says I have to hire you. I gotta make sure I balance out the scales, man, so they can't say that I ain't give you niggas a chance. That's the same thing they do in the NFL. You see the brother that was suing the NFL over discrimination. What's the brother's name? Flores, Brian Flores. With he was coaching the Miami Dolphins. He went for a couple of jobs, man, and they said that he the coach from New England had slipped up and thought he was talking to another Brian, another coach. Told him, "Oh yeah, I heard you got the job for the Giants. Yeah, you're the man." And he was like, "Well, I ain't even interviewed yet. What you mean? You talking to the right Brian?" And Belichick was like, "Oops. Oh, I misread the text. My bad. Yeah, good luck." That's when he knew. He said, "Man, the job is already figured out." That's what they call the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule says that every coaching opportunity and executive position, whatever, you have to interview a minority. I mean, what good is it just to interview when you're not even being considered for the job, man? You just paperwork. They that hate me without cause are more than the hairs of mine head. They that would destroy me, being my enemies wrongfully. A lot of Jakes getting wrongfully being made enemies of. Not only from your own people, but you're also talking about the heathen, right? It says, they that would destroy me, being my enemies wrongfully, are mighty. Then I restore that which I took not away. See, that's what our people's out here experiencing, man. They think you thinking you making it, you making charges up here in these corporations and all that. Sisters is out here bedwenching for positions in corporations. It ain't happening. Brothers is out here, man, cooning and tap dancing and getting veneers and fixing their teeth and everything so they can smile in boss's face. All to just get fired and you still a nigga in the end. Let's move on. Oh, Sloe Biden. Remember, he did say this. It's one thing he didn't lie about. He said, man, if the Ukrainians, if y'all can make it over here, we'll welcome you with open arms. Well, he was made good on that. Biden will welcome 100,000 of the 3.6 million Ukrainian refugees fleeing Putin's war, following criticism he wasn't doing enough as Europe threw open its doors and as families lined up at the southern border. Now, didn't we just read that curse? Curse shalt thou going out, shall be thou going out, and thou coming in. Where is it at? Verse 19, Deuteronomy 28:19. Curse shalt thou be when thou comest in, and curse shalt thou be when thou goest out. How long have the Haitians been down there? Are they being welcomed in by the hundreds of thousands? No. How long have the Salvadorians, Ecuadorians, Guatemalans, Mexicans? How long they been down there? I mean, have they solved the problem with the uh the child trafficking? Have they reunited all of the families yet from the kids that they separated from their families? Have they did that yet? Have they stopped the rapes? Have they welcomed in people who are fleeing from their particular war-torn countries, just because they're not, involving themselves with the threat of nuclear war or the threat of biological warfare. Oh, it's no problem when the cartels in the 18th streets and the MS-13s is waging war and terrorizing everybody in these particular countries, and they're trying to escape to get the hell out of there. It's not enough that they're talking about the Ukrainian war as a humanitarian war. Were you trying to tell me that these third world places, these people aren't starving down there? That these people aren't down there living without? What were they talking about? Oh, keep them out. Weren't they just saying that a year or two ago? They might have the vid. They're coming over here with the vid. Can't let them in. Oh, get the horse. They got the border patrol down there on horseback, man, whipping and chasing down the damn Haitians. Oh, but let these good old white folks. You remember that? What they were saying on the news? These are blonde haired, blue eyed Christians just like us. They're not the typical refugees. Who was the typical ones? Who you talking about? Oh, you talking about the Africans and the Arabs and the Indians and those aren't the typical. Yeah, you remember that? See, that's gonna stir up all kind of hell. All they gotta do is show up. 100,000 propped about the board. They say whites only. Come through. Whites. Yeah, Ukraine. Let me hear the accent. Yeah, come on. You too. You too. No, 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 no. You get back. You get back. Hey, Haiti, get back. We sending your ass back on the boat. Oh, you Mexicans, you Salvadorians, you Hondurans, and stay over there. Guatemalans, get out. We're gonna streamline you in slowly but surely. But we gotta get these white folks in here because our population is dwindling. We need to up the numbers a little bit. So they letting them in like nothing. All you got to do is speak a little Ukrainian. You pop up and you get an American dream. They dragging them in there immediately. But our people who's been down there struggling and fighting, sitting them in them cages, giving them, frozen burritos and damn aluminum foil blankets and all of that. Where they at? They still trying to climb the wall, digging up underneath the wall, trying to swimming and drowning over the damn Rio Grande, getting chased down. The United States will accept up to, I guess, I don't know why they didn't put that there. The United States will accept up 100,000 refugees fleeing the war in the Ukraine. Announcement came during President Biden's trip to Europe. Comes after Biden criticized for not doing enough. White House also announced an additional $1 billion in funding for the refugees. Oh, so 100,000 come over here and they got $1 billion waiting for them. Isn't that nice? And they say there's no such thing as white privilege, huh? You damn right it is, man. You got the complexion for the connection, man. You got it. This is why I don't want to hear nothing about Esau's not the white man, because he's gonna look out for his own. How would they not be able to tell? You come on over there. Oh, you one of ours. Come on over. We got some money for you, and we're gonna set you up. Nearly 3.5 million people have fled the Ukraine. Biden to address refugee situation during his trip to Poland on Saturday. Listen to this. $1 billion waiting for 100,000 people. Do we need to do the math? What that would break down to per person if they did it like that? For shits and giggles, let's see. Where's my calculator at? $1 billion is one. That's what, a million? That's a billion, right? That's 100,000. It's 100 million. Maybe I went too far. So what's that? 100,000 up to a million. Is that a billion? What's that? 10,000 a piece? Can you imagine? All you got to do is make it over here, and it's 10 G's waiting for you to start your life. I don't know how they. I'm just I'm just doing simple math. I don't know what that $1 billion in funding means. I don't know if that's going towards programs, food, housing. I don't know. But let's just say they got 10 G's racked up, ready to go. How many of us got 10 G's sitting in the bank account right now? How many of you got 10 G's in your invested? You got saved up. You ready to roll? It doesn't matter. You got 10 stacks ready to go. Just for nothing. Give me a break. Oh, look at this. U.S. jobless claims plunged to the lowest since 1969. Oh, so that means everybody's working. Everything's good, man. Happy days are here again. Really? As we just got to seeing the food banks is already getting hit up and overwhelmed. We just seen the sister. She's looking for her benefits. And she's on the county. She's getting EBT. She's getting it all. She's still struggling. Food costs is going up. Gas up. I mean, we see. But they're acting like because everybody's working, there should be no problems. Really? Well, look at this. Pending home sales decline for the fourth consecutive month as interest rates rise. Many people looking for a home have hit a ceiling. So when the Fed raised the interest rates a couple weeks ago, trying to do a market correction because the stock market was crashing week after week after week, everything in the red, people losing money by the thousands. You know what's so interesting? Um, I remember last year, in the months leading up to the end of last year, there was all kind of CEOs retiring, um, stepping down from their positions, cashing out their damn pensions and all kind of stuff, running up out of the place. Man, now it's kind of ironic to see all the market crashing and everything else. Man, how did they not know? How did they not know what was going to happen? Let's see here. Resigned in 2021. Just the fact that that's even searchable lets you know. Why are hundreds of CEOs resigning? CEOs are joining the great resignation. Oh, why is the tech industry losing record numbers of CEOs? Hello? And next thing you know, that was in 2021, 2022. All of a sudden, everything is crashing and burning. What did they know that we didn't? Something to think about. Now they're talking about home sales are declining for the fourth consecutive month. Nobody's buying homes right now. Oh, but wait. Everybody's working though. Everybody's getting money, right? Somebody's lying. And something ain't right. Many people have hit a ceiling. So when Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, raised the interest rates, that means that interest rates go up for everything from loans to credit card, all that stuff. And the idea is to get people to spend less so that the value of the dollar goes up. That tries to correct itself because the dollar was in this hole. So they said we can raise up the interest rates. That will cut down people from buying cars, buying homes, doing all this other stuff. Then we can make a little correction and hopefully get some value back in the dollar so that we can, build back up again. So now we're seeing why people aren't buying homes right now because the interest is out of control. They can't get good deals. Oops, my bad. Hold up. My bad, y'all. My damn phone dropped. I mean, my camera dropped. Hold up. Let me see here. Is it back centered? Let me fix my camera. Hold on. All right, we're good to go. All right, so yeah, there we go. uh, Shaq, yeah, that's the good question. Where is the money coming from? Well, we already know. Anytime you're looking for evil, what they say, follow the money. I mean, it's the Federal Reserve. They're out here printing up money. They're loaning it out at high interest rates, and the average Joe Schmo and these corporations in America, they can't pay it back. So it just becomes more desolate. Let's look at the debt clock. let's look at the U.S. debt clock. What's it looking like? Look at that. U.S. national debt, $30 trillion. $30 trillion. This place is in debt. Over 30 trillion. I ain't even count the 342 billion, 37 million, 700,000. I mean, come on. And they're talking about we got money. They printing this thing up, man. It's monopoly money. That's the debt clock. 30 trillion and counting. So when they raised up them interest rates, that caused a problem, right? So now home sales is going down. You see, if anybody remember, 2008, that housing market crash, that had a lot of people out in the streets, man, to move them back in with mama. Had a lot of people, buying these balloon inflated, adjustable loans on their homes, man. Couldn't pay if their life depended on it. Got booted out. The banks came back, bought up all the damn houses again, pennies on the dollar. Went right back to work. Ruined a gang of people's lives. Now here you see everything has slowed down. Housing is up. I mean, hey, California, I think they said the average price of a home now in the state of California is damn near $1 million. I mean, you got houses in Watts that's $800,000 in the hood. Let's see if they tell me. August 2021, Watts home prices were up 7.8% compared to last year, selling for a median of 485,000. So they're saying 485,000 plus 7.8%. So let's see here. 485,000 times 7.8%. So to add another $37,830 to 485. So you're talking about a home in Watts is over $500,000. That's in California. Now who the hell is trying to move to Watts? I mean on the east side of Babylon for $500,000. And they saying the housing market is up. Is good right now. And then they wonder why ain't nobody buying. So that person that needs to sell their home, you're not gonna have no buyers. You're not gonna have no buyers. Look at this. This is the average cost of a home in California. They already saying over 700,000. As of August 2021, a typical single-family home in the United States costs 303,000. That's in the country. $303,000. You can find a single-family home. Oh, but look here, California is $708,000 for a home. Next to that, Hawaii, 764,000. Anything else is damn near $200,000 less. Surprisingly, New York is only 363. I thought New York would have been way more expensive. But that's if you want to live in a city. New York still got upstate New York. You can live out in the damn woods in the country in New York. I'm sure it's a lot cheaper out there. So that's why they got that balance out there. California, you can forget about it. You can forget about it, man. You talking about $500,000 to live in Watts? Are you crazy? Good Lord. Then you wonder if America's finished? Say no more. All right, let's finish this out. So home sales is down. Ain't nobody moving. But here they are talking about, oh, everybody's working. Right? Oh, but guess what? Look at the type of jobs that they're working. 1 in 3 U.S. workers are earning less than $15 an hour. Tell me how in the hell you're going to survive like that? With the cost of food, gas, energy, power, your cell phone bill. Jay can't go without his streaming services and all of that. I mean, give me a break. You earning less than $15 an hour? 1 out of 3 people is making less than that. I mean, that probably means that 2 out of 3 is making less than 20 an hour. $15 an hour, man, in California, you'll be homeless. Easy. Or you'll be living five people in a 1 bedroom. 1 in 3 people. So this is what Slow Biden and them is out here hanging their hats on, talking about how they turned around the job market and how everybody's working and how, under their regime, everything is working great. How they've increased the job market. Nobody's getting laid off anymore. We're moving past the pandemic. You can take your mask off and get to work. But the only jobs we got available for you, $15 an hour or less, part time. Yeah, you might have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to get by. See, that's killing yourself just to live. You making $15 an hour, that ain't enough to survive. You got to go get a second job so that you can at least make 30. But you working so long, you can't even enjoy the home that you out here paying to go rent and to live in. Cause you working 12 and 15 hours a day. And then by the time you handle your other little business and all of that, you got to get home. You got about 4 hours of sleep. You waking back up, and you right back at it again. Killing yourself just to live, man. That's the deception of the so-called white man. He's sitting out here talking about jobless claims at this lowest since 1969. So we're supposed to be parading around, jumping around, but they ain't telling you what type of jobs it is. $15. Like, give me a damn break. All right. So the UK had an earthquake, 5.1 magnitude. Tremor shakes part of Britain, causing houses to rattle. That was a few days ago. I believe Iran, they had a earthquake. Japan had an earthquake. The earth is still upset. The earth is still rocking and rolling. They felt it like they ain't never felt before, man. We really got to buckle down and prepare over here on the West Coast, man. They've been talking about the fault lines is prime and ready. And if it ain't in California, they talking about it's going to be in northern Washington. But it's coming. Look at this. You thought it was over, huh? Just when you thought he would just learn his lesson. Just when you thought he wouldn't do that again, would he? Oh yeah, the passion of the Christ, resurrection. Oh, that's part 2. Mel Gibson back at it again, still pushing the narrative of Caesar Borgia, still pushing his madness. 2022, still out here with the lie. But you know what? Once he starts, he can't turn back. He won't turn back. He didn't went too far now, man. There he goes. First Maccabees 3:48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likenesses of their images. This is what happened, man, when our people went back to, recapture the temple after it was seized by the Greeks, man. The Greeks had already defiled it, man, and started putting up their own images, had our people out here sacrificing to Zeus on the Sabbath. Swine's flesh and the whole nine, giving up the laws and the customs. You have wicked jakes like Menelaus and Jason and what's the other cat in chapter 7? Uh, Alcimus. Wicked leadership like that, coercing the people to become Jews. I mean, become Greeks, telling them stop circumcising the kids and all of that, allowing our people to worship and bow down to these fake and false images as they do to this day. And then you sit back and wonder. I mean, is this man? Is he really gonna go there? Is he gonna continue on with the madness? Leave it to Kirk. I mean, I was gonna call him Kirk Gibson. What's this cat's name? Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson, back with the remix of The Passion of Christ, The Resurrection. Still got the same damn white man playing it. I remember years ago, man, they had a play in New Jersey that they had a brother that was scheduled to play Christ, man, and them damn heathen went out there and protested and marched and said that that was blasphemy, and they shut it down. I'm gonna see if I can find the article before we close out. Look at this. Wisdom of Solomon 14:27. For the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. The worshiping of idols. That's what our people are heavily involved themselves in. They're bowing down to every little idol. They go into these damn Christian and Catholic masses every Sunday, bowing down to statues of Mary, bowing down to statues of baby Jesus, bowing down to statues of Caesar Borgia. Look at the damn big Caesar Borgia statue down there in Brazil. And they talking about they about to make another one twice the size. I mean, just flooded with idol worship and abominations and all manner of evil. I said that's the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. Now here they go, still promoting false idol worship with the damn promotion of this new passion movie, The Resurrection. Still pushing the issue, saying Christ was me, Christ was white, and we ain't moving and we ain't budging on it. It's non-negotiable. No matter how much you can prove it, how much you telling him he's a damn lie, he's still gonna push the issue. Verse 28. For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For insomuch as their trust is in idols, our people love them some Caesar. From the tattoos to the candles to the sculpted artwork to the pictures, they love it. For insomuch as their trust is in idols which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. And then we see here Mel Gibson, man, this wicked damn demon, still pushing the issue. So be prepared. He's coming with another one, the resurrection. White man can't die. You can't tell him he's not Christ. As they run with the story of our Savior, man. That's why they said, man, in Revelation 11, it said, this is where Yahweh is crucified daily. How's he getting crucified? You see this, man. This is open shame. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. This great city is Babylon, the great modern day Babylon. That's Revelation 14, I believe, in the 8th verse. Tells you the great city is Babylon, man. This is the place. Spiritually, it embodies the spirit of Babylon. It embodies the spirit of ancient Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, and Egypt. All composed in one, man. This is the great melting pot. Remember that? They acknowledge that and they say that. This place is the melting pot, man, where everything is welcome, everything gets thrown in the pot, everything's edible. Where also our Lord was crucified. How's he get crucified, man? Look at this. You're doing this. It's open blasphemy, man. Open blasphemy. Saying that he looked like this. Disgusting. And he makes no apologies for it, man. I saw people all the time on the streets, man, showing them pictures and say, "Who is that? Who is this?" And they all say, "I don't know. We don't acknowledge that." Oh yeah, everybody knows Christ wasn't white, but you niggas are still gonna go to the damn movies, man, to go watch it. You still gonna pay your money, your $15 and $20. By the time it gets to the theaters, it's gonna be $20 because of inflation. You're gonna still pay to go do it, to go watch it and support it, because it's still embedded in your mind. Let me see here. Uh, where was it at? Hold on, man. I gotta find that one. Oh man, they're gonna make me look like I'm. Look at this, man. They could give me these damn. Uh, dang. I gotta find it on the rebound, man. But I remember that story too. It was a brother that played Christ, and they gave him hell. I want to say it was in New Jersey, but it's okay. Let's move on. A top pastor at Hillsong Megachurch. Hillsong is a little celebrity church, man. Justin Bieber goes there, and some of these little Hollywood occultic members, man, going to this damn Hillsong Megachurch. All kind of corruption going on over there. The head pastor was a damn sexual deviant predator on there, man. They about to do a documentary on it. They gave this Negro a shot to expand the church over in Atlanta. He was the head in Atlanta, and he said, "I'm out of here." It's too much scandal going on. So the Christian church at it again. Top pastor at Hillsong Megachurch in Atlanta resigns ahead of debut of scathing docuseries saying it's become too difficult to lead and grow a church in this environment. Oh, no kidding. That's what happens when you align yourself with the damn so-called white man and you brown nosing and you teaching that old slave doctrine religion. And then you realize, man, everything at all cracked up to be over there at Hillsong. And you thought that you was being anointed by allowing them that they allowed you to evangelize and open up the new church over there in Atlanta, and then you realize, man, you done stepped in some stuff that's foul. Oh, now you want to run. Stand strong with your little white brothers in arms, man. Sam Collier, 38, made the announcement on Instagram Wednesday ahead of the premiere of Discovery's Hillsong, a mega church exposed. He says, "My greatest reason for stepping down as a pastor of Hillsong Atlanta is probably not a secret to any of you," Collier said. "With all of the documentaries, scandals, articles, accusations, and the church's subsequent management of these attacks, it's become too difficult." Oh, but you stuck around until you got enough fame so you can, creep off and establish your own little crack house. You got the work, you got the fiends. Now you're gonna break free, from your plug because they got caught up. And you gonna go sell your dope somewhere else, huh? That's how it's working. Sam Collier. He said because all the documentary scandals, articles, accusations, and the church's subsequent management of these attacks has become too difficult. Collier said he now plans to launch a new church in Atlanta on Easter Sunday called Story Church. He expects 90% of his staff to join him. According to the church, about 500 people attend services in person at Hillsong's Atlanta, with another 15,000 watching online. The church has been rocked by scandal ahead of the documentary's launch as founder Brian Houston quit as the worldwide leader. And Brian Houston is an Edomite. Here he is walking hand in hand with the damn devil. And then he's surprised when the church gets exposed. But you're going to go still pack up your bags and go still teach that madness somewhere else, huh? 20,000 people at your beck and call that you're going to go over there and expose more lies to. There's the church for you. Little health news for brothers and sisters, man. Artificial sweeteners, they found, and it's been that way for a long time. But if you wasn't aware, 13% chance it upticks your chances of getting cancer. Aspartame is one as an artificial sweetener. Uh, what's it called? Access, accessful fame, K. But there's a lot of them. You might want to look into. I don't know. Brothers and sisters, check it out. Aspartame's in a lot of gums. Um, Sweet and low, I think it's in. A lot of them things. Diet sodas. You got to watch them things. Things ain't no good. All right. So just a little health awareness. If you ain't already hip to it, just look out for those things, man. Stop using them old fake sugars, thinking that you're getting away with. Oh, I'm not. I'm using all sugar alternatives. You're doing more harm than good. You know. You might want to switch off and use some stevia, honey, agave, stuff like that. You might be a little bit better off. But the so-called white man is out here pushing death, and we ain't seeing it stopping. They not banning these products. They not telling these companies, man, shut it down. They just allowing people to sit out here and constantly kill themselves. And we see here, last story, we see the okra subvariant bitch ass .2 spreading rapidly in LA and across the nation. Well, it was stealth, right? Didn't we just read it Hump Day Wednesday that it was already spreading in Europe? China's already locked down. Now they're talking about it spreading rapidly in LA and across the nation. You know what that leads to. Need I say any more? Need I say more? We know where it's going. We've seen this story before, have we not? Have we not? Tell me I'm lying. All right. Oh yeah, you already know. They got the arms rolled up, tapping, tying up, ready to get high. They just go from one dope house to the next. They got to get that fiending. They got to get that feel good. You know. What I miss in the chat, man. No, more. You know how I do. I ain't giving them no credit. I'm not gonna let it slide. I'm not giving them that B8. No, it's got to be something else. We can't give them that. All right. What I miss in the chat? Hey, Bayan, I missed you. What's going on? Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, man. You up late? You took your nap. I already know. What else I'm missing here? Anybody else I miss on here? Everybody good? All right. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, man. Bless Shabbat to everybody. Hopefully everybody's well this evening, man. What you say, Shar? And the black Christians are going to first in line for a ticket. Yeah, you already know. This is, but that's the Negroes for you. Naftali, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Ayanda Bar, all praises. All right, Shar, Shabbat Shalom, Mike. All right, y'all. You already know what time it is, man. It's time to shut it down. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, while you have a shot, man. I pray everybody stays in the fear of the Lord, man. Continue seeking His face in the spirit of repentance, man. The time is now. Y'all already know. Passover season is upon us. It's coming up very soon. April 14th is when we'll be keeping it. I don't know about everybody else, but that's the primary date, man. April 14th, Passover time. Start getting that leaven up out your spirit and out your homes. You got about 3 weeks to clean house. You know, that's where they get the relative term about spring cleaning. They got it because of the Passover, man. See, white man steal every damn thing from us. We can't even have nothing to ourselves without him monopolizing and capitalizing off of it and clicheing it and all of that, man. At least tell our people where the roots is from. A lot of our people hold that tradition and say spring cleaning time. I got to get rid of some of this stuff. I got to, take these things over here to the Goodwill. I got to get, they don't even want to do that. And say, well, guess what? We stole that from the Israelites. Your spring cleaning, it revolves around the Passover. They don't even want to they don't want to give us that. All right. So yes, April 14th, sundown. That's the Passover. That's the times that we gotta, get prepared, dedicate that lamb in remembrance of Yahweh Shai, man, in the histories of our people that are escaped out of Egypt from a death sentence that was pronounced, you know, primary time, man, primary time. Beautiful time, man. One of the best feasts of the year, in my opinion. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, man. All praise, honor, glory to the Most High. Hopefully, all of y'all are well and enjoy yours. But until then, we're gonna still be linking back up and getting these DSTMs out the way. All right. So, y'all be well, man. Huh? Y'all love you too, my sister. I appreciate you. All right. Y'all be well. I'm gonna go and get up out of here. So always remember, man, fear the Most High, keep the commandments, and don't ever shoot your beloved messenger, man. I'm out of here. Shalom.